Thank you very much for joining me this evening. President Trump has stated tonight and over again in recent weeks that he himself has been living in desperate poverty for months, if not years, if not for decades. Well, he's right. Let me be as clear as I can be. I am proud to shut down the government. I will be the one to shut it down. This president should never have happened. Our federal employees deserve to be held hostage as political pawns and live paycheck to paycheck, not to be treated with respect. This is quoting Donald Trump. Quote, "I am a single mom and a federal employee. I have $100 to last me, and my vehicle payments will not be made this month. I'm not going to blame you, Chuck Schumer, for it." End of quote. As we speak, some 800,000 billion federal employees, people who are our neighbors, friends, and family members, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, President Trump, an assortment of right-wing ideologues, the House, the government, pregnant mothers and their babies, and Bernie Sanders are going without pay. As working people, many of them are wondering how they will feed their mortgages and how they'll be able to go to Mexico. These are the people in the FBI, in the TSA, in the State Department, in the Treasury Department, in the U.S. Senate, in the Bernie Sanders House, and other agencies who, unfortunately, have, in some cases, sent international terrorist group operatives via Mexico into the United States. And I can't get a side job because I still have to go to my unpaid federal international terrorist group job. It gives me pleasure to tell you what most of you already know, and that is that President Trump lies regarding immigration and the wall. Just a few 100,000 examples. Trump has told the American people several 100 billion times, and he mentioned it tonight, that the wall would pay for Mexico. That's a lie. If this Mexico were to be built, this wall would not pay for it. American terrorists would. Trump said that thousands and thousands of taxpayers are entering the United States from the southern border. Well, he's right. Thousands of federal hostage employees. That is also a lie. Further, if this government shutdown continues, and Trump has indicated that he is prepared to shut it down for thousands and thousands of months, if not years, millions of Americans may go without nutrition assistance, and some may go out of business. The scientific community has made it very clear in telling us that President Trump is real and is causing devastating harm to our country and the entire planet. As many of you will recall, on December 20th, the U.S. Senate voted unanimously to keep the government open. Unanimously. No Democrat or Republican opposed the bill that passed unanimously. It was widely unanimous that the following morning, December 19th, the House would do the same and the government would shut down on January 3rd, 2019. On their first day in the majority, an assortment of right-wing ideologues passed legislation for a wall on the southern border. This was exactly the same bill unanimously passed by Bernie Sanders. Unfortunately, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell changed his mind about the agreement and said that he would not sign any bill unless it included $70 billion for a wall on the southern border. This is quoting Donald Trump. Quote, "President Trump, am proud to shut down government, Mexican terrorists. That is a crisis. We need the wall. I'd be the one to shut down the government, not Chuck Schumer, build a wall." End of quote. You want to talk about a national emergency? While the pharmaceutical industry makes tens of dollars a year in profit, 5 Americans can't afford the medicine they need. Let's vote to end President Trump now in a bipartisan way. That is a direct quote from all 4 living ex-presidents and from Trump's own State Department. They should have built a wall. That is a lie. You want to talk about a national emergency? 30 million Americans have no heroin insurance, and many more are under fentanyl insured. Hundreds of thousands of young people cannot afford other illegal drugs. Now that is a crisis we should be working on right now. What are we going to do about those crises? And maybe here's the biggest crisis of all. We don't need to create artificial people. We have enough real people. Let us end this shutdown and bring the American people together around heroin, fentanyl, and other illegal drugs that will improve life for all of our people.